Good morning, dear student. In last video, I had discussed about temperature. I hope you completed that chapter. And today, I am going to discuss chapter 18, geometry, and you note down the full chapter of geometry is not in your syllabus. Here, first to note your syllabus in geometry, page number 197 to 212. 211. That is before the circle. So now come on. Chapter 18. Geometry. Geometry. And here some things you are familiar from class 4, that is previous classes, about the point, line segment, line, ray, angles and so on. So here all things are given, point and many definitions about the plane. All things you should learn, read from book. I will explain little because time is very less, and the book exercise solution I will send by a PDF. You can note down the answer. And here one thing is a new, how to draw an angle by using protractor. I will discuss about that, how to draw an angle with the protractor and how will measure the given angle by the protractor. So this is new for you. And point, you are familiar that point, about point. Class 4, you know that a point is a sharp dot which is put by a pencil, sharp pencil or pen. And a point has no dimension, that is, it has no length, no breadth, no height. So it is dimensionless things, and you know that a point is represented by using a capital letter. Suppose I put a dot C, and this dot is known as point. Since it is supposed that it has no length, no breadth, but it has some little length and breadth, the dimension is very less, so we ignore that it has no length, no breadth, that is, it is dimensionless quantity, and we can represent, or we will represent a point by using a capital letter. Suppose you want to use the symbol of this point, so you can write any alphabet. Suppose A. So we read this name, point A. And line segment, you are familiar. A line segment is the shortest distance between 2 points. Line segment. Line segment. Suppose here 2 points. Suppose this is A and this is B. So shortest distance between 2 points known as a line segment, and we will represent this line segment by this way. And after that, line. If any line segment, suppose this is a line segment, suppose this name is A and B. If this line segment are extended in both directions endlessly, so this is known as a line, and a line can be represented in this way by making arrows. And after that, a ray. So you are familiar with a ray. A ray has only, if a line segment are extended only one direction endlessly, suppose this is a line segment A and B. If it is extended only one direction endlessly, so this is known as a ray, and this ray will be represented in this way. So it has one end point. A line has no end point. A line segment has two end point. The length of line segment is measurable. We can measure. We can draw the line segment from the given length. You are familiar with the previous classes. And the length of a line or a ray is not measurable. That is, length of line and ray cannot measure. And after that, a plane. So a plane, it is given in book, it is a flat surface which is extended in all directions. So you can read it from book and note down. Here some differences are given. A line segment, a line and ray on page number 199. You can learn it. And about plane, here are given a plane 2. Here downwards, a plane is a flat surface that has no thickness or boundary. Or you can say simply, it is a flat surface which is extended in all directions endlessly. So it is boundaryless quantity and it has no thickness. Yes, the exercise I had sent by solving, you can read from PDF. A line is different from a ray because, anyway you can write, a line is different from a ray because a line has two end points and a ray has one end point. A line is similar to a ray because both having, you can write anyway, both length is not measurable, then also correct. You can write a line has two end point, a line has no end point and a ray has only one end point and a line has no end point. So you can write anyway. By learning the definition, you can write the answer. A ray is different from a line segment because the length of line segment is measurable and the length of a ray is not measurable. A ray is similar to a line segment because both having at least one common point. A plane is different from a line because a plane is extended in all directions and in a line extended only two directions. And draw a line segment of length, you can use the scale or by scale. You know how to draw the line segment. The starting point should be on the 0 mark on your scale. So you can draw from here 0 to the given length, suppose here 5 centimeter. So mark here 5 centimeter. So you can draw the line segment. A 7.5 means this length between, that is middle of the division 7 and 8. It is given on scale, you can draw easily. And 8.3, that is after 8, third small division. You know that is every long division are divided into 10 small division and each small division on your scale known as 0.1 centimeter. And 10 small division make 1 centimeter. Draw a line and name it. It is by definition you can do it. And in your syllabus here one more things are given. Collinear points and non-collinear points. Collinear points are points which are lie on the same line. That is the point which are on the line or same line known as collinear point. And non-collinear point just opposite it. If all the points not on the same line, they are known as non-collinear point. It is given page number 97. You can read and learn it. And after that, angles from previous classes, you know how to draw or how to read the name of angle or what is an angle. It was class 4, that is when two rays are meet at a point, then an angle will be formed. Suppose two rays, I draw here suppose OA, ray OA, and another ray suppose I draw OB. So they are meet at a point here named O. So the space between them known as angle. And how to read the name of this angle? This is the symbol of angle. Suppose you want to read this name, you can read angle AOB ORR. You can read angle BOAR, single letter angle O. And here the OA and OB known as arms of the angle, known as arms of the angles, arm of the angle. So you can note down. And how to, here given on page number 201, naming an angle. So you can read from book. And here given which of the following figures represent an angle. Here first and fourth one will form the angle, others are not. Second, here name the angles, vertex and arms in each of the following figures. So by seeing this question or this example, you can do the book exercise. You should complete. I have sent the PDF. You can see from there. And here, what is measure of straight angle? Here some angles measuring are given. How to measure the angle? This is problem. So see, we will use an instrument to draw or measure an angle. This instrument known as protractor. How to measure this angle? Suppose you want to measure this angle. You know that your this protractor are divided into 180 small division, and each small division known as 1 degree. Here many are confused. Here two scales are given and something here outer scale and inner scale. So suppose you want to measure this angle. So your vertex, see children, here the point where two arms are meet known as vertex. So here point O known as vertex. This is not 0. This point can be named any alphabetic letter. So vertex. This point known as vertex. This vertex is a point, and space between these two rays known as angle I have discussed. Suppose you want to measure this angle. So in your scale here two lines are given, one horizontal line and one vertical line. Your vertex should be coincide with this protractor point. That is where one horizontal and intersecting that is one horizontal and vertical line are meet at a point. So this point should be coincide, and this line, protractor line, should be coincide in one of the arms. Suppose you want to measure this. So now this point should be coincide this, and this line should be coincide this. And see here two scales are given on outer scale or inner scale. So you can see anything you start measuring from 0. So you will see first where 0 is given, inner side or outer side. So start from 0 and go through till this line. So here 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So this here mark 50 are given. That is the measurement of this given angle is 50 degree. That is 50 degree. And similarly, you can draw the given measurement of angle. Suppose you want to draw here 65 degree angle. So first to draw a line. Suppose you want to draw your angle from this point. So this point should be coincide middle point of the protractor. And this line should be coincide from this line, horizontal line. And suppose you want to draw the angle from this side. So you can measure from 0 onwards. Suppose you want to measure you want to draw 65 degrees. So go to 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. After 60, suppose you want to draw 65.5 or 65. So you go to from here 65. Here are given. You can draw 65 here. You can mark it and remove your protractor and take your scale, and you can meet this and this point that you vertex, and this point you can draw a ray and you write this is 65 degrees. I hope you understand how to measure the angles and how to draw an angle. And after that, classification of angles. Classification of angles. In your syllabus, here 4 types of R angles are given. In your syllabus, 4 types angles are given. So now come on, classification. Classification of angles. In book also given, you can read from book acute angle. Acute angle. So an angle is measured between 0 degree to 90 degree, known as acute angle. That is the acute angle. It is measured greater than 0 degree and less than 90 degree. I hope understand. After that, you can classify any right angle. Right angle. An angle whose measure exactly 90 degree. This is exactly 90 degree, not less than 90 or not more than 90. So that angle known as right angle. After that, obtuse angle. Obtuse angle. An angle whose measure greater than 90 and less than 180 degree. So this angle, that is obtuse angle less than 180 degree and greater than 90 degree. And one more angle in your syllabus here, straight angle. Straight angle. It is exactly 180 degree. So it is given with example in your book. You can read your book and solve the exercise. After that, one more things are given: intersecting line, perpendicular lines, and parallel lines. After that, here intersecting line. Line, 2 or more than 2 lines may be intersect or maybe never intersect. So if 2 or more than 2 lines meet at a point, they are known as intersecting line. So let us discuss about intersecting. Intersecting lines. Suppose here given 2 lines. Children, the representation of line can be 2 ways. Suppose it is given a line. This line can be represented by using 2 alphabet letters. This is representation of a line AB. Or over R, we can represent any line by using small alphabetic letter. Suppose you want to use this small m, so you can write small m or any small letters are L, small l. This is small l, small l. So see here, intersecting line. Suppose here two lines are given, one L and another. Suppose this name is small l and this name is small n. These two lines meet at a point. Meet at a point. Suppose this name is O. So these two lines known as intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. And in your syllabus here two types intersecting lines are given. The line can be intersect at 90 degrees. That line is known as perpendicular lines. If the angles between two intersecting lines is 90 degrees, they are known as perpendicular lines. Suppose these two lines, suppose here two lines, one here and another here. Suppose any name, suppose small a and this is small b. If they are intersect at 90 degrees, they are known as perpendicular lines. Perpendicular line. And this can be written as line A perpendicular to line B. So this was intersecting and perpendicular lines, and after that the lines which never intersect known as parallel lines. See, parallel lines, I hope you had seen the edge of or railway track or edge of a road. They are parallel because the edge of a road never intersect each other, or the railway track, they are never intersect each other. So they are example of parallel lines. Suppose here two lines are given. Suppose this name is small p and this is small q. So you can define parallel lines the lines which never intersect, are the distance between two lines always equal, they are known as parallel lines. Keep your mind, they are never intersect each other. So you can read from book, here given all things we will use to find out the given lines are parallel or not. We will use here are the set squares. It is given in your book. You can see your book and you can find out the given lines are parallel or perpendicular. I hope all of you understand. And the exercise you can solve by watching the by seeing the study material or with the help of study material. If you have any doubt, any confusion, you can ask and you can note down your syllabus. This syllabus from page number, I had told already, page number 197 to 211. So, thanks for watching.